Right, folks, so I got this thing in the post. It's another one slot Neo Geo motherboard and a Puzzle Bobble cart. That friend of mine who actually gave me the other Puzzle Bobble that I tried to get running, well, to get the sound running on the previous video, but said he had another one. This one is also a bootleg, and by bootleg I mean it's been converted from another game or another couple of games and turned into a Puzzle Bobble, which would have been a popular game in the arcades anyway. And he had this one slot motherboard as well that gives a Z80 error. So we're gonna just ignore that for a moment and just see if we can get out of those two at least one running Puzzle Bobble. And then maybe in another video at some point in time, I'll look into getting this to work. The Z80 error is actually, I don't know anything about it, so I'm gonna have to do some research. But that's for another video. But look at that though. There was this thing here, China warning or China sale warning or whatever, and I thought this was. I've seen those before. I thought this was like in Tipex, or just Tipex kind of writing or some white paint. No, it's carved in. Somebody just went at it with either a Dremel or a heat, like a solder kind of element, and then just carved in this in here. So, wow. Yeah, I used to think this was just paint or like a Posca or a Tipex, but no, it's actually carved in. Oh, whoever did that is a savage. Look at this. What a shame. What a complete shame. But anyway, let's focus on these cards. Right, so I have the card plugged in a working motherboard, and indeed it is, as he said, like there's some graphic errors. So well, I'm not sure what those graphic errors are. We could maybe just have a look at the ROMs inside, see what's inside. But I want to try something first, which is take the soundboard or the prog board out of the cart and transfer it to this guy. I'm assuming also they're conversions from the same type of game, but I don't know that. But I want to try that first and see if I can actually get an easy cart running, and then maybe afterwards we're gonna have a look at the top board and see if we can see if the ROMs, there's a problem with the ROMs or something like that. Anyway, let's do that. All right, so I have the two boards here, and they're different prog boards. This is a 4096B, and this is a Prog 2 board. This is the one that I had on the previous video. There's one thing I want to try first is to clean these edge connectors, because the amount of times I've had two carts like that were given to me as non-working. One of them was this King of Monsters 2 or something like that, and there was graphic errors, and a simple clean of the edge connectors, a thorough clean of the edge connectors actually solved that. So let's try that first, and then next I will try to just get this board instead of this one, just transfer this one here, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna have to desolder this the PCM chip, and put it here instead, and fix some of the stuff, whatever was done here. Actually, no, that was for the conversion, but yeah, let's clean this and see if that brings the graphics back at least. Right, I got the edge connectors cleaned here. Actually, I plugged this monitor because this one is pointless for here. Okay, the good news is we got sound on this guy. I've got weird colors though. Is this my... The colors are working anyway. The sound is working. Why am I getting those weird colors on this? That's odd. Should be closer to this. Anyway, never mind. Next, we're gonna do card transfer. see that works. Alright, so we're taking this guy, which is the prog board that has the sound stuff, and we're gonna put it in this fella. The card on this one is in a slightly better condition. It closes properly. This one doesn't seem to want to close properly for some reason. Next, after that, I'm gonna just I'm gonna inspect those EEPROMs, see if there's something dodgy there. I'd like to restore at least the colors and then maybe use that as a diagnostic board, but we'll see. Anyway, let's try this. Oops. Interesting, the colors are coming and going on this guy. So that worked fine initially before. Yes! I'm still hearing some distortion on the sound, but not as bad, interestingly. Can you hear it? Here, every now and then I'm getting some distorted those sounds. I'm not sure what that is. I'm actually seeing this blob of solder here bridging 3 of these pins, so I'm not sure if that's part of the conversion or if that's a mistake. Gonna take a chance and just remove it, because right now we still get distortion, not as bad as the other card, but we still get distortions on the sound, and I wonder if it could be that. I'm not sure, but yeah, let's try to clean this a tiny bit. See those first 3 pins here are completely bridged. I don't think this was supposed to be changed. Let's revert this. Oh my god. Alright, so I have the solder job just redone, and I want to check if that's restored our bad sound. Yeah, we still get some of those distortions, and they're not pleasant. At least it's a lot better than the other card. I can try and let me lower the volume a little bit to power that afterwards, but yeah, there you go. I think that's as far as we're gonna go with those two boards. But I think, what will I do with it? I think as a diagnostic card, it could probably work. Let me see what happens when we put the board with the bad sound and the bad graphic together. Let's have a quick look for giggles. I can't see good things coming out of this. Oh, good God. Some of the sounds are okay, but most of it is garbled like that. So this soundboard is in better shape than the other one. Can we play it? Oh, good grief. Never mind, let me just lower this sound. But there you go, folks. So I think once again, I have to admit myself defeated here. And this is two puzzle bubble carts that well, have failed. One in the graphic area, but I mean, assuming that's probably fixable, it could be just an EEPROM stuff, but it doesn't matter because both have a failure of that PCM IC. It's most likely the culprit when you get this kind of stuff. I suppose I could check the ROMs here, but from experience from the other one, it was actually this PCM, which I believe is a giant shift register of sorts. But there you go, and the only way to get one is from another board. But this is sort of a sobering lesson as well of maybe a reminder that you know, spending tons of money. I've been lucky by getting deals and bargains on boards and getting a few for free to fix and that kind of stuff. But maybe a reminder that it's probably not worth putting a huge amount of monies in these, because they will all inevitably fail, and there will be a point where some of those boards, especially for 16-bit stuff and SMD stuff, surface mounted technology, a lot of these customs were great for the time, but it also means that when they fail, there's no replacement for them. That's why I sort of focus on 8-bit stuff, because at least the standard TTLs, they will become rare in time, but you can still find most of them, if not all of them at this stage. So 8-bit boards are much easier and actually, you know, fixable. 16-bit stuff and above, it gets a lot trickier, and this is where the prices go up as well. And this should be a reminder that it's probably not worth spending hundreds of euros on a board that will essentially fail in a year or two, or not, but the likelihood is they will fail. Folks, sorry about this. This is not a failure, but it's important to show them, and it's important to share as well. But thank you, Mozzie, for sending me that spare card. We still have the motherboard to try and see if we can restore anyway. But folks, that's all for this time. Thank you for watching, and hope this was of some interest once more. And apologies for the non-fixable board, but this is the way these things are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.